Everybody, dudes and dudettes, listen, today on my second video ever, we're gonna go ahead and talk about a pen. When I think of simplicity in the everyday carry world and what's super important that I think a lot of people generally need, is a pen. Listen, we all have pens lying around in our sad little hospice drawer or a junk drawer, whatever you call it, and it is just filled with pens. Cheap, cruddy pens. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going out and getting a 100-pack of Staples Bic pens for whatever it may be. I think that's perfectly fine if you only need it in a limited amount of time. I write for my job. I could type on a computer, but I'm a little old school, so I try to always write in the pen. So, why do I think personally, these are all my opinions. I'm going to review some items I have, but I'm always going to throw an opinion out, and I just want to make sure that, that is understood. We could have different varying opinions about EDC gear. I also don't have a lot of EDC gear yet to act like I know the difference between a Parker style pen, a Ridge pen, a Tombow. So, we're going through this together. But I wanted to talk today about the Tombow AirPress pen right here. This is a neat pen. This is my very, very, very first everyday carry pen. Mostly because of affordability. We'll go over price here shortly. This is a very, very, very affordable pen that may just last you forever. And that's a big reason why I love pens. And I think a pen you should get should be sturdy and strong and be able to handle the type of work that you consistently do on a day-to-day basis. So we're going to go over today the Tombow. I always want to say Tom Bro. Like, what's up, bro? What's up, Tom Bro? It's Tombow AirPress pen. Beautiful. We'll kind of go over all the little features on it, everything like that. We're going to go over some highlights first, though, with this pen. So let's talk about the design a little bit more. The Tombow AirPress pen has a sleek and very rugged look. I know you see here that there is a lot of plastic, but it is a very sturdy pen. Not much bend. I mean, you'd have to run it over with your car or, chuck it into another state to, actually see something break with this pen. I think one of my favorite parts of this is the clip. This is not a deep carry clip, I should say, but it is very strong. It does open up pretty far, and actually, if you wanted to, you could take this clip off if you didn't need it or whatever it may be. I think you do pull the sides out, and this will come right off for you. A very personally useless feature to me personally, I don't need it, is it does come with a little lanyard hole there. Pretty goofy. But if you're into it, if you want a lanyard on everything, on all your gear you have, if there's a lanyard hole, you put a lanyard on. If there isn't a hole, you drill one. Cool. Do that. But I personally just don't see what it does for me. I care mostly about longevity of an item. Does it have a nice strong clip for me to put in my pocket, in my EDC bags? I definitely care about clips, and this one is truly a fantastic clip. It feels spring loaded, which is pretty sweet. It's very portable. That's what I love about it too. It's not a large pen, as you can see here. Of course, being a newbie, like, prep is minimal for me, so I honestly have no idea what the weight of this is, the length, width. But I will say, just for layman terms, I think this is a pen that leans on the smaller end of pens. And it is super lightweight, which is so important to me. I definitely don't like my pockets being weighed down with gear. And of course, just probably why you're here, I love to carry gear. But weight is big for me. I do travel a good bit for work, so I don't want to be bogged down with only gear. So weight means everything to me. So this is called an AirPress pen. Okay. What does that mean? What does it do for you? What I think is pretty sweet about a pen like this is it's pressurized. Every time you click the ball tip down and activate your pen tip, you have now pressurized the pen. This can now creates internal air pressure inside of the pen itself. And then you are able to write in any situation. Are you working construction as a carpenter, and instead of carrying around that big long pencil, real thick, easy to lose, if you need to write upside down in a crawl space or in an attic, once this pen is pressurized, you can do that. Need to write in the rain? Are you taking field journal notes? It'll write in the rain. If you're writing pad, whatever it is that you're writing on, let's say it's very dirty, it's old, and you need to scribble something down real quick, it'll write on dirt. The pressurization is awesome. It's my first time experiencing it, so it's kind of cool. I did play around with it a little bit, weirdly, you know, just holding a 2x4 above my head and you know, writing upside down and stuff. You know, it's something you can't do with a normal pen, and most people don't need the functionality of writing in the rain or writing upside down. But I'm an avid hiker, and when I hike, I do like to take notes. I do like to try to learn about nature around me, and specifically. So that's an oak tree because of the bark. And here's why. Sometimes I come across things every single day when I'm taking a hike that I don't know what it is. So I like to jot some notes down, maybe a brief explanation of what it looks like, snap a photo on my phone, and go ahead and research that topic. I like to write it down because I like to draw the idea. I'm not an artist. I don't ever claim to be. It's tough for me to draw a stick figure, to be honest. So, but I still like to draw the flowers. So it's an awesome pen for that reason. I do think it's pretty sweet. Give it a shot. Seriously, try a pressurized pen out, especially if you think you need it. It will change your life. Writing test. This is a standard 0.7 refillable pen. I have not noticed any skipping. I've probably written with this pen for probably about a month and a half now, 2 months. And I have used about half of the ink cartridge already. I'll go ahead and open this up for you and show you. I used about half, you know, maybe a little less than half, but it definitely gets its use out of it. I put the time in before I made this video. I say that as I'm reading notes on my lap, that I'm so prepared. But these are notes I've taken. I'd like to be honest with my channel. I'm going to give honest reviews. I'm going to make mistakes with what I'm saying. And I don't mind you guys helping me out with that. You know, that's what I think this community's for. And I kind of want to learn as we go together. I'll try to define everything that maybe a normal person would just blow off. But then you have audience, you know, watching my videos saying, well, what the heck's pressurization? What's that have to do with a pen? Why do I need it? Well, I'm going to try to slow things down every day in my videos and discuss this kind of stuff. So, it's a dark black ink ballpoint pen. As I stated, it's a 0.7 millimeter point, nice and controlled lines, and I haven't noticed skipping. I found it performs well on a variety of surfaces, from regular notebook paper to those tricky rough surfaces you might encounter on the go, aka a job site, aka a workplace, an emergency. When you need to write something down in a pinch, we don't always have paper with us, and we don't always have a pen that can handle writing on a piece of wood, whatever it may be. This does. It does. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. I love the pen. What are we talking about now? We're going to talk about the mechanism. We already said that it's pressurized. The pressurized pen, like this Tombow AirPress here, Tombow, bro, has a unique refill mechanism that uses internal air pressure to push ink out. When you click the pen, it pressurizes that pen. It pressurizes the ink cartridge, which then creates a consistent flow of ink, no matter which direction it is, because it's not just gravity holding it on. If we use gravity in a traditional pen, when I turn it upside down, where does the ink travel? Back down toward the butt of the pen. And then you have no ink except maybe the little bit remainder on your tip to write on something, especially, you know, like a piece of wood. You need to put a measurement down in someone's crawl space below them. That's going to help increasingly to have a pen like this. Now, I will say that I do think my least favorite part about this pen is the ink quality. And I'll go ahead and show you in writing. But it's a very thin and toned down ink, you know, and I expect a deep black 0.7 millimeter. I'm talking, you know, I do like my ink to be prominent and red. I sometimes write smaller, and I write on small notepads when I'm carrying my gear, and it's just tough to read. It's not my favorite, but thankfully this does take different brand refills. Of course, the coolest thing about an EDC pen is they're refillable. They and refills are generally fairly affordable. I've seen $3.50-ish and some change all the way up to, you know, $20 for a refill, depending on the brand, the quality, size, all that kind of stuff. But it is refillable, and I think that's super cool about the pen. I really appreciate you guys coming in here and watching me ramble about a freaking pen, but that's the cool thing about EDC. Everyone has different styles, different opinions, different layouts. What kind of knife? Oh man, some people like their knife blades to be over 3 inches. Some people like it to be under. That's what's great about the community, is we have different opinions, and I get to vocalize it to you. And I appreciate you still being here 12 minutes and some change into this video, where I am just beginning to ramble about it. I'm going to try to comb that back now, and we'll kind of, you know, come back from this a little bit. Why is this pen so important to EDC, at least for me? It's actually one of the most versatile tools you can carry. Taking notes, leaving a message, jotting down directions. There are times in life when you need to write something and you don't have that ability, and these EDC pens are awesome for that. So please check these out. A good EDC pen doesn't just write though, which is what makes it even cooler. It performs under pressure in all kinds of conditions, just like the rest of our gear. It's meant to last. It's meant to sustain us for hopefully a lifetime. Of course, general maintenance is always important in gear, especially things mechanical, especially like a knife, and a pen too. I mean, it's coming far as the threads to remove the tip. I mean, over time, threads get gunky and things can happen. We call it a little schmutz here in Western Pennsylvania, and it happens. So maintenance is important, and I do think this pen could last my entire life if I took care of it, didn't lose it, and did a little bit of maintenance. Like I said, this is a plastic pen. It's not going to need a lot of maintenance, but sometimes your titanium ones and stuff, which looking to get my hands on an O Pen Mini here shortly, and we'll do a sweet video on that. I think it's a lot different as a bolt action pen, and it's kind of going to be like my first big experiment of what I'm looking for in pens, and I'll try to teach you something too as we go on about that one. Refillable. I already spoke about being a refillable. More sustainable, gives you options for customization, and then what kind you can use. I do need to go over that. Once again, bear with me. I'm going to read it from notes, but it's important that I get you the correct information as I'm learning on this YouTube journey. And sometimes that takes reading notes. Some people can do it very well without you even knowing. I think it's more common than we think, but I'm just going to read it from my lap in my vehicle on lunch, at work, on hump day. So, ballpoint refill, 0.7 millimeters. It's perfect for creating smooth, consistent lines. And you can get this in different color refills. You're not a black ink kind of guy or gal. You like blue ink. Perfect. They have that. Red, got it. That's awesome. I'm not a big guy on writing in different colors, but variety always makes a product better in any form or way. And I think that getting different color refills for this, yeah, it's great. So you can pick whatever's best for you. Swapping out the refills are really easy. I kind of showed that over to you. I'll post a video and kind of show you how quick it is and easy it is to pop that out and put a new one in. And prices, as I said, refills are super cheap, super affordable. You can get subpar $10. Now, where to buy this? I personally bought this pen on Amazon. I do have an affiliate program with Amazon, so of course I'm going to be that guy that says, please check out my links below. I am going to link this pen. It is a $10 and some change pen. That's huge. Would I buy this, or would I buy a 10-pack of blue Bic pens? I would buy this pen. A, those other ones aren't refillable. B, those pens don't write in extreme weather conditions or in an awkward bodily position where you need to write upside down or something like that. This pen does it. Great carry clip. Most pens do not have any clips at all, especially your, ones on the cheaper side. That clip is important for us carry people because we don't even have enough pockets as it is, but the ones we do have left, a clip is almost mandatory. So 10 to 15 bucks, depending on who you buy it through. My link below is the most affordable here on Amazon, and it gives you color options as well. There's a Stormtrooper look that has a white body with a black tip and butt. There is a full clear one, blast from the past to the 90s when everything was clear from my phone, that I would try to talk to some chicks in, and then my parents would try to use the computer and dial up, and you know how that went. But everything was see-through with electric and mechanical items in the 90s, and there is an option for the AirPress, so it's pretty sweet. So if you're into it, do it. I just wanted to kind of do something standard, so I just went with the traditional black on black. It's a sleek pen. I do think it's stylish. It does fit my look and appearance as well. And I'm not gonna lie, people do look at me and say, what kind of pen is that? I'm so used to being surrounded by individuals that just use standard pens, and that's all they need it for, and that's perfectly okay. But they look at this like it's a spaceship. I don't think it's crazy looking pen. It is neat though that you're able to actually see through the pen, that little screen here, and down, seeing the tip become pressurized. That's pretty sweet. You can actually see that. Amazon is the option for me. I try to find all my EDC gear on there, only because for our journey and my journey, I want the items that I find and review and talk about and show to be widely available to everybody. And Amazon's it's just simple. Of course, I always tell anybody to please promote small business. Please support American made if you're in the States. But I'm not saying you have to, and I don't always. I try, but I don't always. So if you can, check out my link on Amazon down below in the description. Press the like button. Subscribe to my channel. We're going to talk about EDC gear. We're going to take it slow. We're going to take it easy. We're going to explain everything in a very detailed, oriented manner. And it's going to be fun. Let's have fun. Let's see my videos maybe get better someday and higher quality. That's what I'm here to do. You can check out my first video. I'll link it somewhere over here. It's brutal. It's brutal, but it's honest. So I kept it. I'm an honest guy. So that's the scoop on the AirPress pen. Affordable, functional, easy to get your hands on. If you're looking for a reliable EDC pen, seriously, what are you doing? Go get this. You got 10 bucks laying around. This is a quality investment if you write a lot. Or if you're old school like me and you do, you need to write on your computer, but instead you prefer to take notes on paper, especially if you have the right type of paper. Maybe we'll get into that in a video as well. So thanks for watching.